All right, it's Bill. Here's my thoughts on a 5-4 shootout victory over the Calgary Flames. Terrible. I don't describe to you. Was it an entertaining game to watch? Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed watching the game, for sure. But this Leafs team is terrible. It's a terrible team. If Nylander didn't show up tonight, this game doesn't... You can't have a 4-1 lead and lose. We just made fun of the Tampa Bay Lightning for having a 4-1 lead and losing. You had a 4-1 lead over a team that's bottom 5 teams in the league. They don't have very, Huberdeau. I mean, Huberdeau was in the Klingberg level of compete level. You can't lose. You can't give up a 4-1 lead. You can't do it. That's why this team is terrible. I guarantee Sheldon Keefe's not walking into the room right now and saying, "Great game, guys. Good 2 points." It's a goddamn disgrace is what it is. Yeah, Bill, you're negative. Yeah, I'm negative. Yeah, for sure. I'm negative. Because I can't decide. I'm trying to decide, is Jake McCabe worse than Maxwell Klinger? I can't decide. Now, I will give McCabe a little bit of benefit of the doubt. He's certainly not a wimp. Sorry. I apologize, everyone. Maxwell Klinger's he's been battling injuries all year. Yeah, his injury is to his will. His injury is to the fact that he's the cowardly lion. His brain is injured because he doesn't compete, because he's a scared... There's words I want to use I can't use. But we all know what word I want to use. His injury is that he has none of the... you play tennis with him. That's his injury. Okay? He has no injury. That's a nice cover-up. Good cover-up job. Get him to Sweden, and then maybe he'll play a game in Sweden, and hopefully we'll get rid of him at that point. McCabe is just awful. McCabe's decision-making is like Brian McCabe. Jake McCabe and Brian McCabe have a very similar decision-making skill. It reminds you of Jake Gardiner, except for Jake Gardiner had talent. He just had no brain. McCabe has nothing. He's got no talent. He's got no compete level. He's got nothing. He will try to block a shot, so I'll give him that. So if I were to grade Maxwell Klinger against Jake McCabe, I give a little edge to Jake McCabe only because he doesn't flinch on shots. But he's just as awful. Giordano, awful. Riley, awful. Brody, awful. You know the 2 best defensemen on the Leafs were tonight? Lagesson and Benoit. Benoit throws some hits. Lagesson throws some hits. I don't know enough about it, but let me check the stats. I got on right after the game. But Lagesson here. +1. Okay, well done. Let's take a look at Benoit. Benoit, +1. McCabe, -2. We're getting to another person. Giordano, -2. What was Riley? Riley, 0. Our defense is just atrocious. It's really bad. Nylander is amazing. So let's get into this game. Nylander on the first goal, sick. Second goal, sick. The guy, sick. I don't even know how to describe what Nylander's doing right now. But Nylander, in his contract, will look at Mitch Marner and go, sorry, it was the 3rd and 4th goals. Without Nylander, this game doesn't go anywhere. He single-handedly got 2 goals himself and made an amazing assist to John Tavares' goal. That's 3 goals that he just manufactured out of nowhere. Now, I will be honest, I thought the first 3 lines were rolling. I thought they played well. This wasn't the worst game the Leafs have played, no doubt. It's just their defense is just atrocious. You have a 4-1 lead, you shut it there isn't a team in the NHL that doesn't shut it down. or sorry, there isn't a team that's worth its grain in salt that doesn't just shut it down. I know we took out Tampa Bay with a 4-1 lead. Their goalie was Jonas Johansson. Sorry, it wasn't Vasilevsky. You shut it down. We have Morgan Riley step in front of a goalie on a slap shot right when it's being shot and doesn't block it. 4-2. We then have the fourth line. We'll get into it. I'm not going to get on the fourth line, actually. I'm not. I'm not going to yip at Gregor, and I'm not going to yip at Kev. They played well. And actually in the third period, once they sat the bum, they played well. They actually had a couple shifts with Yarncock, and they had a couple shifts with Nyes. They played well. Gregor can skate like the goddamn wind. So can Kampf. To me, we'll get into it just a sec. I'll hold on. Because I'm going to rant on the son of a bitch. Okay? But you can't have... Anyways, Jake McCabe doesn't take anybody. Tip it in. 4-3. And then you have a scramble in front of your net with McCabe and Giordano. Giordano's older than dirt. He tries. Yeah, I get it. He tries. I would try too, but I suck. You know who sucks too? Giordano sucks. And McCabe is just an awful disgrace of a defenseman, and it's 4-4. And yes, it was exciting. There was no doubt this game was exciting to watch. From an entertaining point of view, it's fantastic. But do you actually think the Leafs have a chance of winning anything with this? Like, that's what I don't care about. I've watched since 2017, the minute that Matthews stepped on the ice and scored 4 goals, I've watched exciting games from the Leafs. I like exciting games. Don't get me wrong. Throw an exciting game in there. I want to see a dominant team. I want to dominate other teams. I want to, in my lifetime, and I know it won't happen because, like, look at me, I'm older than dirt. And, well, I'm not older than dirt yet, but I'm certainly not going to last too long, okay? But I'm not going to see at least win a cup. I'd like to. So do I want an exciting game, 82-game schedule to get knocked out in 4 games in the playoffs? Or can I take a couple 4-1 lock-it-down games? Those aren't bad either. The goals were certainly... Nylander had me out of my seat 4 times. Or 3 times. And actually, the play from... even Yarnkak scored a beauty goal. They got me out of my seat. I was excited. I got my heart pumping and everything was cool. I didn't need the rest of the game. Didn't need the rest of it. What I would like to see is defense shut it down. But we have the worst defense. Like, I saw San Jose, and I was looking at San Jose's names, and I'm going, okay. I think the Leafs are worse. I really do. Like, this is the second game in a row where I have to say Lagesson and Benoit were our best defensemen. Like, that's not right. I had no idea who Lagesson was before the season started. I know Benoit played on, I think it was Anaheim. I like, come on, please. And now, I'm going to do a little rant here. I'm usually a big fan of James Duffy. I mean, I usually am. I like TSN. I'll take TSN coverage over or Sportsnet coverage any day of the week. I don't even know Kelly Rudy, Jennifer Botterill. Like that's disgusting coverage. It's fucking idiots. Sorry, I swore. They're idiots. I love TSN coverage, but Ryan Reeves has had bad puck luck? Did I hear James Duffy say Ryan Reeves has bad puck luck? That's why he's minus 11. He's got bad puck luck. Don't you have to touch the puck to have bad puck luck? Like, touch the puck? Ryan Reeves is a joke. So the Leafs have had tough guys before on the team. They have. They had Colton Orr. They had, who was the defenseman there? Frazier, Mark Frazier. They've had tough guys on the team before. They've had it. Colton Orr played every shift, and he fought. Here's the key to this thing. If you're a tough guy, you have to hit and fight. Just kind of the way it works, right? What has this joke done? What has Ryan Reaves done? Has he fought anyone? Not really. The guy from Exaggerage from Montreal dummied him. Let's be fair, he dummied him. He's thrown one hit. One hit. In what, 14 games? Tonight he played 4 minutes and 33 seconds. He didn't play in the third, thank God, thank Christ. There's things holy in this world. Sheldon Keefe's not that much of a moron. And he's -2. He's on for 2 goals for the other team. But apparently that's bad puck luck. I know who's got bad line mate luck is Kampf and Gregor. Because the minute Kampf and Gregor skated with someone else, they actually had good shifts. So what's the difference? When Gregor and Kampf are without Reaves, they play well. And when they play with Reaves, they're -2. Who could be the common denominator? Who? You buy him out immediately. Ryan Reaves is about as tough as a Downy paper. What's he done? Oh, he's tough, Bill. No, he's not. What's so tough about Ryan Reaves? Tell me, explain to me he looks tough. No, I'll give you that. He looks tough. I've seen him fight before, like in highlight reels. He yips a lot, so he talks tough. He looks tough, but he plays like a duck. Just glides along, does nothing. Except for be -2. The man is going to win the Masters Trophy in this league. With 4 minutes of ice time, you're -2. And when the goal went in, he looked down. You know where he was? He could have blocked the shot. He didn't. There's a similar word that I want to use for Maxwell Klinger. That is exactly Reaves. I don't care what you tell me. I don't care about everyone telling me how tough Reaves is. He's not tough. There's nothing tough about him. He's a joke. There's nothing there. Buy him out. I know it costs you $450,000 for the next 3 years. Don't care. There's only one move now. You buy him out. I'm sorry. That's the only move that can be made right now. There's nothing there. He isn't going to fight it. He hasn't fought anybody. He's thrown one hit in 14 games. That's it. I'm sorry. It's a disgrace. If you don't agree with me, you take friggin' Reaves on your team. Traveling ding 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 ding. That's an awful signing. You just had David Clarkson's probably the worst signing ever because it was just signed too much money. Klinger's only at least signed for 1 year, but that's a horrible signing. Okay, Domi and Bertuzzi seem to look like they might be able to play when they've got the right line mates. But Reaves? That's special. Remember when he came out and did this at the beginning of the year? Kissed his bicep? Yeah, all talk, bud. All talk. The other thing I'll just describe, man, oh man, is the Hall of Fame and NHL disgrace as well. There's only one player, okay. I got to be careful with what I say here. Whew. The NHL, I get Ken Hitchcock. I do. He's a builder. Won a lot of games as a coach. 2 Stanley Cups. Pierre Lacroix, for sure. GM, made the Quebec Nordiques. Made them into, he traded Sundin for Wendell Clark. Hell of a trade. Made them into the Colorado Avalanche, dominant team. I get them. They go into the Hall of Fame. I get them. For sure. Whoever the women's player is, whatever. I don't really care. They're putting women's players in. Again, at the end of the day, I just don't. Not that there's nothing wrong with women's hockey. Please don't jump on me. I just don't watch it, so I can't tell you if she's good or not. I don't know. I'm assuming she's good. But Pierre Turgeon in the Hall of Fame? Mike Vernon in the Hall of Fame? Tom Barrasso in the Hall of Fame? Are you kidding me? Like, seriously, you're kidding me right now, right? Mike Vernon? Whoo! If I were Felix Potvin, I'd be lacing up my skate. I might get Kudus Joseph might even get into the Hall of Fame because he's a better goalie than Potvin and Joseph were better goalies than Mike Vernon. Tom Barrasso? Hall of Fame? For what? Playing on the best team in the NHL for 2 years? Our Hall of Fame is an absolute disgrace. Pierre Turgeon, Mike Vernon, and Tom Barrasso are Hall of Famers? Holy shit. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm surprised that in MLB baseball they don't put Manny Lee in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he was a decent second baseman. Maybe Damaso Garcia can get in there. Delino DeShields, Marquise Grissom. Compared to like Mike Vernon, Pierre Turgeon. Oh boy. How does the NHL allow that to go into the Hall of Fame? Henrik Lundqvist should be in the Hall of Fame. There's no doubt. Henrik Lundqvist should be in the Hall of Fame. Ken Hitchcock should be in the Hall of Fame. The girl player should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. I just don't know how. Ouellette. I think it was Ouellette. Sure, put her in the Hall of Fame. Pierre Lacroix should be in the Hall of Fame. But the other three shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. What's your standard? What, are we going to put Jeff Reese in there next? Like Kiprasov should go in next? Kiprasov's a way better goalie than Vernon. I don't know. Terrible. Like, that's pretty much every player that made it to the third line can get into the NHL, apparently, or in the Hall of Fame. Woo! Anyways, couldn't believe when I saw the names that win the Hall of Fame. But the Leafs play tomorrow against Vancouver. I'll probably wear this jersey again. This jersey's 2-1 again. Both games have been an overtime or a shootout, but hell, they're winning when I wear this jersey. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Good game. If anyone's interested, Grand Slam of Darts starts. I'll be watching that tomorrow. Then I got the Leaf game at night. Nice day of sports. Cheers.